Hello.
Hello. I am
Hi,
just
everybody.
looking at this picture of Nick, and he looks miserable.
I know the picture that he posted yesterday. He looked really, yeah.
Yeah, this was yesterday. I'm just now seeing it. He looks miserable. I haven't heard, does he have COVID?
According to what he said, no.
Oh, okay.
Alexa, play Children of the Corn.
Hell, Brad, I will whoop your butt.
Hi, Brad. Hi, Jacqueline, and everybody else that's watching but haven't commented yet.
Yeah, even Jacqueline looks rough.
Yeah.
He's never
Um,
sick, so that's got to be rough for him.
yeah. So everybody keep Nick in your thoughts. Also, good friend of ours, Scott Wilson, keep him in your thoughts as well. He's been in the hospital for a couple of days. Um, he thought
Mhm.
that he was going to be able to get out today, but last I heard, he is not out.
That boy is bad. He I guess that's the only way to get him to slow down and not work.
That's about the only way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's wrong with Kelly, Brad? Brad's wife is having surgery tomorrow.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Brad,
Unless I forgot
you
that.
know Alexa so damn well. Send a message. Let us know something.
Okay, let me. I've already done my sharing. Now I'm trying
I
to get this thing all tagged up so it can show up on everybody. Hey, Scott, there's Scott right there.
Aw.
We were just telling everybody to keep you in their thoughts while you're still in the hospital, or are you still in the hospital?
We love you too, Scotty. You gotta get better.
Yes.
You're way too far away for me to have to come whoop your tail.
Okay. You might hear a feedback. I'm gonna do something real quick.
Scotty's home.
There we go.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but Scotty's home.
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
27. He just got home. Now we just need to give him a sedative enough to, you know, not be up running around.
either that or a real good smack in the side of the head. But I'm glad you're back home, Scott. And Nick, are you feeling any better?
That poor kid don't stop for nothing either.
He did now. May need both. For a second there, I thought he said may need bath. Uh-oh, Adrian just froze.
No, no Eileen to pick on to do today. Oh, Nick says he's getting there. Good.
Yeah, that's good. Nick, have you had a chance to read what I sent you yet?
Nikki, I'm good. How are you?
Hi, Nikki. Speaking of Nikki, I think this is the one, but Nick was working with her, trying to see about her getting her own show on the network.
Perfect. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
And I think she's the one. Yeah, I think she's the one that Nick is talking to about getting a show onto the network. Can't wait for that. Speaking of new shows on the network, we got a couple new ones coming up here in the next month. Um, I don't know. I don't have a title for this one yet, but this one is going to be one of Eileen's minions, um, Don Martin, and his friend Jim Clausen. They're going to be doing. Oh, here we go.
There she is.
Hey guys,
Hello. What you doing?
just got done with dinner.
Huh.
Abby's in the bath. What's
Huh.
up, Jeremy?
Hi, Jan. How you doing?
Good. How are you? How was your Thanksgiving? It's good to see you back.
Thank you. It was good. My dad and I, we don't do the traditional turkey and all that stuff. We do enchiladas, spicy enchiladas.
You should have told me. I would send you Hatch green chili. I live right down the road from it. No, okay. I know to send you chili for Thanksgiving.
What I do with my enchiladas, I have a whole bunch of different brands of buffalo sauce, and each enchilada gets a different brand in it, so that every bite is guaranteed to be different.
Adrian.
Adrian says no.
No. Brad, I'm gonna tell you what, bud. we can have a war on the show. We can do that.
I'll have to send you my recipe for enchiladas, and then I'll send you some Young Guns chili, and you can have them New Mexico style.
Okay. Works. For me.
Adrian's like, okay, if Janice is making enchiladas in there.
No, it's
I'm
stuffed
always
shell.
doing something different with my enchiladas. No,
What is Adrian eating?
A cheeseburger and fries.
the all-American dinner.
Hey, Brad, Jeremy, this happened while you've been out. What can we get Adrian's Alexa to do? No, it should be, what does Janice's Sirius Radio do on its own? Jeremy, I was sitting on this couch,
Okay.
chilling out, talking to Jesse, making plans for the weekend. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, for the second time, and I have this on cam, you see my Sirius Radio turn on, which you have to push the button to turn it on, right? It goes blue. I'm sitting right here. The dogs are behind me, and you see nothing in front of this radio, right? All of a sudden, it just cranks all the way up about 45 seconds later. And I go, and I just look over at it like, are you serious? This is the second time you're doing this to me. Like,
You gotta love technology.
yeah. You have to physically push this button in, though, Jeremy. Physically push this button in.
Something did.
Yeah, apparently something did.
It'll be interesting.
Could it have already been turned on? It just didn't actually come on.
Nope. Once you hit the button, it turns blue and it turns on. And then once you hit the button, it just it turns completely off. And it actually clicks. You can actually feel it click. I don't know if you've ever seen a Sirius radio, like Sirius Satellite.
No.
Yeah. I'll have to send you the video. It's pretty interesting.
All
It
right.
is.
Actually, Adrian, do you have it?
Mm. Not where I can send it.
I do.
Everybody seems to know it but me, but I don't know what Culver's is.
You don't know Culver's?
You don't know Culver's?
Mm-mm.
It's
Oh,
another
the best
it's
butter
another fast food
burgers.
restaurant.
Mm-mm.
What? Frozen
Mm-mm.
custard? Oh, it's better than
Mm-mm.
Calichi's.
Adrian, what are we going to do with you?
I don't even know if there is any here.
It's a Midwest thing. Like, you're in Wisconsin, coming in from Illinois when you hit the border and you see the big Culver's sign.
I don't think there is any here because I haven't seen them. There was none in New Mexico, was there?
No, nope.
Culver's is really, really good. They butter their buns. I've had it one time in all the years that I've lived here in Fort Wayne, and Dad was telling me about it. It's like, you got to go there. It'll be the best thing you've ever had. Okay, I'll go try it. I won't say it's the best thing I've ever had, but it's pretty damn good.
Yes, Brad. Cheese
Yeah.
curds. I just
That
got back
doesn't
from
sound
Wisconsin.
good. That sounds like something rotten you want to throw away out of your fridge.
Are you my best friend?
Fresh. Eileen,
I eat your food,
They
not
squeak
that.
when you eat them. Oh my God, fresh. They squeak. Oh, they're delicious. Oh, they're the best thing ever. They're the best cheese ever. And then you can bread them and deep fry them. And deep fried cheese curds are even more superb.
If something is squeaking, I'm going to assume there's a mouse in it that I just bit.
No, it's the freshness. That's how fresh it is. It squeaks.
No.
That's pretty much how I
You
feel
can't.
about how fresh hamburger might be, because I don't want it to go moo at me before I bite into it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't knock it until you try it.
Yeah.
Squeak.
It's-
Brad.
Squeakers are the. I don't know about that, Brad.
Hey, Jeremy, I'm trying
I
to
think Brad just went somewhere else completely. Or maybe that was just me.
No, Brad has a tendency to do that sometimes. Yeah. Although, Brad, I did see that you had sent me a message, but I hadn't had a chance to look at it. Earlier, he was showing me something that he was sending out in the Christmas card thing.
We got to get those done.
Christmas cards.
Did you put the addresses out?
Do what?
What, me?
Jeremy was getting all the addresses together for our paranormal Christmas card exchange.
Yeah, I sent them out to everybody that said they wanted to be in it.
You didn't send it to me?
You didn't tell me you wanted to be in it.
You know better. I should not have to tell you.
I wasn't going to go chasing people.
You know better.
All right, I'll send you the list. But nobody's going to have your address, though.
It's all right.
All right. But I sent all of mine out on Tuesday. Oh, man, it was probably a stack that thick.
Mm-hmm.
All those cards that I sent out. I went to the post office to throw them off into that drop box. It took me 5 or 6 handfuls to get them all in there.
I remember last year was like that too.
Yeah. And that wasn't just the paranormal exchange on that either. That was all of my personal friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done Christmas cards in years. And, I was going through all my Christmas stuff and I thought to myself, what am I going to do with all these? I told Nate, why don't you ask the school, since it's such a small school, see if we can get everybody to write a Christmas card and then drop it off in a box. And then at the right before you go on break, open up the box and have all those cards be passed out. And then you get to know a person in your school, whether it be from pre-3 or pre-K, to 8th grade.
Or what about sending them to the soldiers?
Soldiers or
I mean, I don't know if you can.
foster kids, and
I don't know if you can get their
you're
address
sending
or
them to
not.
nursing homes. Sending them to nursing homes is fun.
April said she got hers today.
Oh yeah, April, Scott, they were part of my personal, my personal list.
Come here. Come on.
Did I see Scott on here?
Yeah, Scotty's on. Come here. Come on, baby. Come here.
I don't know if that was me or one of you two.
Come here, Pixie.
Oh, there it is. I see April now. Okay. I'm sorry, my computer's lagging on the comment end. So
Oh,
No,
oh, you just saw Scotty's wife?
yes. That's why I was like, is Scotty on here too? Like,
Yeah, he
I thought I
was.
had seen him.
Come on,
April
Pixie.
is behaving. Better be behaving.
Oh, Pixie.
I have your back.
This is the most rotten thing I have ever had. This.
What is your ears?
It's not mine.
Right. Brad, this is going to be the first year. Okay. So I have been a bah humbug. I'm going to be very honest. Like, ever since my son died, I have not wanted to really do Christmas. And, last year was rough. The year before was even harder. And this year, you know what? I finally said, I'm a grandma. I need to pull my head out of my butt. I need to get with the times, and I still have 2 young kids. So I need to decorate, and I need to be happy, and I need to be joyful. So combining like 2 households into one, we found out we had a lot of Christmas decorations. And I'm not willing to part with them because a lot of them were given to me or, to people in the family and whatnot. So they have a lot of value and meaning.
Stop it. Come here.
So we're going a little overboard with Christmas from now on because I'm allowed.
Yes.
You talk about rotten, spoiled rotten.
That one is. That's the one we got from the pound. He is very, very rotten. Very. Come on. You can't have a cheeseburger. No.
Jeremy, I can't do it anymore. I love my dogs. I love these 3. Okay, they are my world. But I think they're going to be the last 3 that I have.
No, they won't.
Like,
No, they won't.
I don't know. I don't know. No, I can't do that.
No, you'll be driving down the road and you'll go, oh my God, he's hungry. He's cold. I'm taking him home.
Don't
And
even
then you're gonna
say
have 20.
that. I cannot look at a dog on the side of the road. If I look at a dog on the side of the road, guaranteed, if it's loose, Adrian, it is following my truck. If I make eye contact with it, it ends up in my yard, and I don't know what to do from there.
There was a
panic. I'm like, I
black-
can't have another dog. Like, I can't do this.
There was
You know,
a black
but I
German
can't let it-
Shepherd, and this little sucker was running in the highway against traffic, and it was starting to get dark, and he was black. We couldn't stop. There was nothing we could do, and this thing looked mean. And Zach's looking in the rear view mirror, and I'm like this because I don't want to see if something happens. And he goes, oh! I'm like, no. We didn't find it on the way back, but no, that thing looked mean.
As a child, I had 4 different dogs. 3 of them were dachshunds growing up. And
I love dogs.
once I started living on my own and working and all of that, there's no way that I would have been able to have a dog.
Yeah.
Because I was working 12-hour shifts, and there's no way I was going to keep one locked up that long.
No. The only reason I can do this is because we work from home. And no, this little sucker needs taken out all the time. He's needy. They called it a Dalmador. I didn't know that existed. It's a lab Dalmatian. No, what the stupid thing is retarded. I'm telling you, this dog is retarded. I no.
You have a hyper dog. Okay, labs are the smartest, stupidest dog you could
Oh,
ever
no, he's
own.
not hyper.
I know. I have labs.
The border collie, wherever she went, is hyper.
The Dalmatian lab, that's a crazy combination. I mean, Ruby's bad enough being pointer lab. She never stops. Never stops. Do you know what my oldest said to me about Ruby? You ready for this, Jeremy? He looked me dead in the face and he goes, "How does it feel dealing with you as a dog?"
Yep.
Are you serious? If you knew this dog, she is so okay. She's so mean. She's so irritating. She is so frustrating. She is so off the wall. She's the stupidest, smartest dog you'll ever meet. I'm probably the stupidest, smartest person you'll ever meet.
Brad, I swear to God, Brad, I am finding your ex and I am bringing her on. Mark my words. Watch. I will.
For all we know, she might be watching the show.
I hope she is.
I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on. Brad, are you saying that the Dalmatian being neurotic sounds like your ex?
Dumb.
Or the stupid dumb part, stupid smart part.
Yeah, Brad's always bringing something up almost every show about his ex.
There you go.
He's actually gotten me to the point where I feel sorry for his ex.
Get here. Now, Border Collie and Greyhound. That is a crazy mix. Huh. You are
Hi,
crazy.
Scott. Have you broke free
It's
yet?
crazy.
Have you broke free? I just need to know. Or do I need to send you different colored socks? Because that's how you determine. You didn't say which ex.
Good boy. Oh, we all know which ex. You've made that clear every show.
I think it's a second ex. It might be a second ex. Woohoo! So I don't need to get you socks.
Your exes.
I just now noticed this, but Adrian colored her hair.
Shh. Maybe it was Maybelline.
There she is.
Makeup.
Adrian, I just now noticed that you colored your hair.
Oh, yeah. Well, I dipped my ends in it. I actually did Zach's mom's hair because it's so dark. Nothing would take. She wanted it purple. So I just took what's left and dipped mine in it.
She's trying to hide her gray tips.
Oh, shit. I can't hide that. It's rear. I quit.
I got a lot of that over here.
I told you were going to when it grew back. So, speaking of, tell us about the surgery.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, I was scared to death going into this thing. I knew what it entailed. I knew that for the most part, it's a fairly safe surgery, but it's also an extremely delicate surgery. No, actually, Brad, I kind of like the gray hair. I didn't when I found my first one at 24, but here I am 42, and I'm kind of liking it.
No, lab pointer. I have hold on. I have a big old wiener. I have a beagle wiener dog.
I have a Dalmatian lab. So I have a wiener with spots, I guess, but it's a Dalmatian lab. The other one is a greyhound mixed with border collie. Both nuts.
Both nuts.
But yeah.
Okay, Jeremy, go ahead. So you did.
So I was going into the surgery, and Adrian had mentioned this on a previous show that I basically for about 2 weeks before the surgery, I was going in and making sure I had everything in order, just in case everything happened. In our little private group page for things members, I actually had a thing of, if something were to happen, this part of the team goes to this person, this part goes to that person. Adrian and Nick were going to be taking over one aspect of it. Scott Smith is going to take another, Clarissa another, all of that. And then also, what Adrian probably didn't know is that I actually had a full list of everything in order that I gave to Scott. Where I wanted my car to go to, things like that. So, and I even had what I wanted done for the funeral listed on this thing. And Scott has this copy, if he still has it. He might have gotten rid of it after all that. And what was going to happen was that the doctor was going to make a very large incision. He started right here at the bottom of my ear and came all the way up to the top and stopped right about here. In fact, I can still feel the scar, the skin. It's healed and it's sealed, but there's still a little bit of like a bubble
Mhm.
going across the top. And they tell me just rub it down. Also try to scratch at it a little bit and get that out of there.
Yeah.
So I do that every so often.
So it's like, I hate to put it this way, but I mean, it is a term that we use. Is they flayed you.
And also what they did was that they had put like a cloth sponge in here.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the whole length of the scar, and there was a hole just behind the scar here so that any drainage can go out.
Right.
Even if
No
they
risk of infection or pressure underneath the
Yeah.
skin for disformities or traveling or,
Yep.
getting into the brain. That's like a sensitive area. The sinuses, the eyes. I mean, yeah, you got to make sure that's drained properly.
Yeah.
Adrian, sorry.
Oh no, I already know.
Yeah. Luckily, they pulled it out the day that I got out of the hospital. They weren't real sure they were going to send me home with that. I was like, oh, no, you are not sending me home with that thing sticking out of my head. This thing is out before I walk out that door, get wheeled outside that door.
Oh, the rate of infection the second you leave just triples bad, and it's not your fault. It's just different bacteria, the different air, everything. You're not in a sterile
The world is.
anymore. You want to, I wouldn't want to walk out with that.
No.
No way. No way.
Can you imagine me inside of a vehicle and somebody seeing this clear plastic ball hanging off of my ear like that?
Actually, you know what? I can. Yeah.
I'm not.
I think you would roll with it, Jeremy. I think you would roll with it.
Absolutely, I would roll with it because it's just so ridiculous.
You just say it's my tumor.
It's my new head gauge.
Okay. A spitting suture? What the hell's that?
It's spitting yeah, that's.
I'm not really sure what that is.
I'm not either, but I'm curious.
The way that you didn't get stitches, did you?
I did.
But was it more of a glue that they did?
No.
No. So they did a thin suture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
all the way up.
That's it's a plastic surgery suture.
Yeah.
and everything that happened is basically plastic surgery. So you use different knives, you use different needles for
Dissolving
suturing,
suture.
you use different threads
Okay.
because it's more of the delicate part of the skin. So the reason why it builds up and it has that thin line and they tell you to scratch at it and wiggle at it is because of the scar tissue and the scabbing. You don't want it to stay on there because of the type of suture that it is.
Okay. It's a dissolving suture like cat gut. Okay. I just
Mhm.
hadn't heard that.
Luckily, right here in front of my ear, I did not have to do that at all. It's just only on the scalp.
Right.
I look in the mirror and I can just barely see the line in front of my ear. So they did
It's
really
it's
good.
amazing. How does it feel? Like how are your nerves and how's everything working? That's important. I mean, I have a nerve disorder.
That's the irritating part. Some of the nerves in certain places are finally starting to fire up after almost a year of this thing.
Right.
This side of my nose here, even after this second surgery, I had no feeling. But just here in the last 3 weeks, it's starting. I'm starting to have feeling here now.
Do you get that feeling like it's going to sleep? Like and
No,
it's that no?
no,
See, I live with your
it's like it's starting to. It's one of those things where it's starting to wake up. It's like it had been asleep and now it's going through um, that stage where it's irritated.
the lidocaine or Novocaine, like when you get Novocaine in the mouth and you get numbed up and
I've
it
never had
starts to come
Novocaine.
back.
I've
It's
never had Novocaine.
You will.
You will. So it's the weirdest feeling. They
Shut up.
shoot you in the mouth, everything goes numb, and you can't feel anything. And then all of a sudden, you start going like this. And
Yep.
you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
And it
weird.
starts
And it's a slow wake up.
feeling
And
like
you,
it's asleep.
yeah, and you,
From the scar going across my cheek up to my eye, there's still no feeling there. Up on the top of my head for the longest time after the second surgery, from this is what's weird. When they made the incision, they pulled everything down. Okay, they pulled everything down to, I think they said about the nose, and then they were able to get in. So my initial thought was all feeling over here would be completely gone. It's the opposite. I still had all of my feeling here, but no feeling at the top of the skull, be on the other side of the incision. But that for the most, I would say about 80% of that is I can now feel it. But I've always had feeling, on my forehead, everywhere else. The only thing I didn't have is that I could not move my eyebrow. And here in the last couple of weeks, looking in the mirror, it's slowly starting to move on its own finally. Because as most people know or knew before the first accident, I was known for this eyebrow raising up all the time. Now it's this one that has to raise up.
so now what's the probability of you regaining? I know you're not going to have like 100%, but are you going to be at like 80, 90% feeling? What are they saying for the recovery rate for all of it?
Nobody has really given me a number on anything like that because we're still working. This surgery here, what it was supposed to do is going to reshape my face, realign my jaw, which it finally is. I can
noticed that.
bite down on
looks
both
good.
sides.
Like that looks really good. The way that it looks actually very phenomenal.
They
How
did
do your
very-
teeth feel being aligned?
Honestly, it almost feels like what it had been before. The only thing is that now, yeah, people's eyebrow. The only thing is that it's not 100%. I would say it's 99%. Because the way that it is now is that I will, when I bite down, if I do it slowly, I'll bite down on the left side first, and then the bottom jaw just kind of glides into the rest of it.
Rest of it.
But it's very, very small. I can feel it, but if you were to watch me, you'd never know it.
It's like when you find an imperfection in your teeth that's new.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and your tongue continues to like touch
Yep.
it because it's foreign. Only and
You
you
know
only
it's there, but nobody
yeah,
else will ever know it. Yeah.
and you're hoping in the back of your head, and you know it'll never go away. That you will always notice that, especially if you're hypersensitive to things like that. You're like, I'm
Actually,
never
the
gonna
guy
get used.
that did the surgery, he said that over time it will get to where it is completely lined up like it should be. But he said it's normal for that to be like that.
Right,
Um,
everything has to
and
adjust. The swelling still, and
yeah, the swelling had gone down. Now I still have this cheek that is this cheekbone that is still sticking out. Um, so I don't know what's going to happen there. It's not sticking out as much as it was. I don't think, but it's still out there. And I don't know if we're going to go back to that later on because what he had to do is literally go in there and break everything up again.
and
He
reset
also
it.
had, yeah, he also had to cut the left side of my upper jaw. And something that I had noticed probably about July, I think, something I had noticed that I didn't really pay attention to before is that my two front teeth, they used to be perfectly lined up side by side. And then all of a sudden I noticed that one was just slightly behind the other there at the corner, which made it really, really difficult for me to get the floss in there.
hmm
And he said that the surgery will not correct that. I would probably have to have braces done. Okay, fine.
Invisalign it.
Well,
You can get a mouth guard over the counter.
here's what we weren't expecting. It did correct it. The
No
surgery,
way.
it did. It's now no longer directly in front of it, and the floss just goes right in and out without any resistance at all. Um, I wasn't expecting that. He certainly wasn't expecting that. But he was really surprised when I told him, "Hey, remember when you told me this? I would have to get braces." Yeah, I don't think I got to get braces anymore. What? Look, and he did,
Awesome.
and his assistants looked at it. So I'll be damned, it did. Because what he had to do was that he had to cut the upper jaw and reposition it. And when he did that, I think it loosened the tension between the two front teeth.
Probably just it was just probably slightly just barely
Yeah,
off. It's
because
amazing like a hairline off can adjust with your
yeah,
mouth, whether it's your teeth, whether it's your jaw. Like my jaw constantly pops all the time. I'm trying to get used to these new partials that I got and my new crowns. So because I lost 90, well, almost all of my teeth. Um, so I'm trying to get used to everything, and I noticed just the slightest difference in the way that my tongue sits in my mouth to the way that I had to learn how to talk all over again. I'm still
mhm.
learning how to talk. It's frustrating.
I can relate to you on that because my
Chewing.
my voice is still not exactly like what it used to be. It's still getting there. And then I had noticed that when I try to sing, it's not quite what it used to be either because of everything being moved around. Um, I'm hoping after a little bit more time, it'll go back to how it was. That's why I haven't done any singing videos on TikTok lately. I just done the ones that I did 3 days before the surgery, and now I've run out of those. And I was going to do some new ones, so I started, singing by myself to music. Not yet.
How are you doing? Like, this is going to be probably a question. I don't know if you've been asked, but how are you doing mentally and emotionally with the physical differences in your face? I know for me, getting my teeth done, for me, like it was replenishing my teeth and I looked normal again, but I still look different to me and I'm still having to adjust to the way that I look.
Yeah, I still have my days on that, because
Not this frustrating.
when you look at the picture that I had as my profile picture for the longest time over the past year, and that was the one that I took right before we got to Fear Fest. Adrian knows which one I'm talking about. You might too. Um, I look at that picture, and I'm thinking this is the closest thing I will ever have to have like like a model headshot type picture. And then just less than 3 months later, my face is mutilated. And I look at that and I'm like, I am never going to look like that again. Um, and it's not that the scars bother me, like the scar here on the nose and the scar. What does bother me is one, I still have this cheekbone that's sticking out. And then two, the way that my nose is, the way that the surgeon put everything together. If you look at my nose from the side, it's going to look like somebody took like part of the tip off. There's that indentation from where the scarring is at. The first surgeon said that he was going to do some scar resurfacing, which is, from what I understand, laser work on the actual skin to try to smooth it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all he was going to do. He had no intention on going in there and redoing part of my face. And I'm like, no. The way that my face is right now, it's not going to work because I would not have been able to eat properly again.
Right.
So this second reconstruction surgery had to happen. But I try not to think too much about how different I look now, because if I dwell on it, then it's going to take me down a path I don't want to go into. So I just focus on other things, which is why I've been staying pretty damn busy, which Adrian knows that off firsthand.
Well, I want to know something though.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm the only one that notices this, and most of the people in chat here are ones that are on the show with us quite often. Is your hearing better than it was?
Funny you should ask that.
I was about ready to ask the same thing because it's in your speech.
Yeah, that's what I'm noticing. He is talking clearer than I've ever heard.
Yeah, Jeremy, I think the reason why you sound funny to yourself is because you can actually truly hear yourself for the first time. Does that make sense?
It does, but at the same time, it's not completely accurate. But it does make sense. I had a hearing test back in February, and they said that my hearing had actually gotten worse on this side especially. And on the right side, which shocked me, they said that my eardrum was displaced, like it had been pulled in. And
So
then hold on. Then when I went to go see another doctor because of the stupidity of the workman's comp people, that's a story in itself. I went to go see another doctor, and they were like, Yeah, your hearing is really, really bad, and your drum is displaced. That was in July, I think. I want to say July.
End of
Uh,
July, the 1st of August, something like that.
Eileen, yeah, I'm thinking he's picking up different vibrations. He's hearing different vibrations. But go ahead, Jeremy.
uh, hang on, I actually have a complete timeline.
Why
Um,
am I not surprised?
Trust me, I need. June 2nd was when I went to go see this second ear doctor.
Didn't
So,
seem like it was that long ago.
yeah, that was June 2nd when I went to go see him, and he wanted to wait until about 6, 7 weeks after I had the surgery. So I went to go see him last week. According to the hearing test, my hearing did get better. And the eardrum, he said, no longer looks like it's been displaced. But I still hear a slight distortion in the right side because when I'm talking to somebody on the phone, there's still a little bit of a
Mhm.
rattling sound.
That vibration.
No,
That,
it's not. Well,
that
yeah.
yeah,
It sounds
yeah,
robotic.
yeah.
Now, as
That
far
drives me.
as
That's the scar tissue.
it, I don't know about scar tissue, but as far as the left ear, because of the impact, everything had been so swollen that I couldn't even get a Q-tip into my ear canal. Now I can, which is probably why I can hear so much better on that side,
Mhm.
and that would make sense with the positive hearing test that I had. They said, "Well, this is actually a better result than what you had 5 months ago." I'm like, what? You kidding?
I think you need to go back and watch a couple of shows from before the accident ever happened
Uh,
and now. The only way anybody ever knew anything was you pronouncing your R's. You're doing it almost perfect now. It's like you don't even hear it anymore.
oh, I
The only reason
I
why I
just never
ever
paid attention.
I
the
think
only
you'll hear it. If you watch another show and watch this one, you'll hear it.
Yeah.
it's actually very amazing. I mean, I haven't talked to you since before you went in for surgery, and from then until now, God, it's been a busy summer, hasn't it? It's been a busy
We'll
fall.
call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It's almost Christmas. Whew.
Yeah.
Did I sleep through the year? Um,
Kind of.
yeah, I think so. But
Well,
Jeremy, you sound a lot better. I just it's amazing. You know, sometimes the strangest things are given to us in moments that things are taken from us.
this one here, as as bad as it was, in the long run, I think is actually good. What was that?
I'm not sure.
That was my computer. I don't know how to make.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. Don't yell at me. Don't give me that look, Adrian. I feel that look.
So
I can just tell it from the times I see. Yeah. Yeah. I had not noticed that until tonight, how much better it was.
well, one reason why my speaking may be better for everybody is because my jaw is lined up now.
No, it's
You don't
better
think
than it was before it happened.
Well,
I
damn.
promise you.
It is.
I promise you. Jeremy, I have one of those memories, and I tell you what, from before you had the accident to after you had the accident to now, it's a world of difference.
Right after the accident, I had a Scottish accent.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I basically had to learn how to talk through clenched teeth.
Mm-hmm. That's rough. You know, I tell you what, having all my
It
mouth
was
surgery.
rough. But I will say this: I was actually going to challenge myself this winter. The second time I had my mouth wired shut, I was expecting to have a full 8 weeks of having that. And when I got this idea, weird as it sounds, is that I was going to try to do an a cappella album of me singing a whole album with my mouth wired shut.
Oh, ow.
No, it never hurt to be able to talk like that.
Oh.
In fact, I had actually been doing some singing like that too.
Mm.
And Brad can tell he heard how I sounded at Para Unity, and 2 days after Para Unity, I had the wires taken out. And then 2 weeks after that was when I had was it 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks after that, I had the arch bars taken off. And I was expecting 2 more weeks of having everything wired shut. So I was going to try to do this album during that time because I thought I had the extra 2 weeks. Nope, we're taking them out now. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you actually, yeah, it was very scary for those of us that were real close to you and trying to, yeah, okay, you're going to be fine, and thinking, God, please don't screw this up.
Yeah.
And telling you, no, you're fine. You're okay. We know. And going, no, God, you cannot do this. But
the doctor that did this second surgery, he was literally a miracle worker.
Yeah.
Because he achieved goals that he wasn't expecting to have. He definitely wasn't expecting my 2 front teeth to line back up.
he can put that on his resume.
He's been doing this for probably close to 30 years. I think his resume is pretty well padded.
Who's Travis? What did you say that was nice?
I think I remember what it was. There was a picture that was taken. It was doing one of those. It was doing the thing that Ernie and Denise did just before Halloween, where they were doing the trunk or treating. I think they had a car show, and they were also going to be doing this thing late at night. Well, not late at night, but after dark. And there was a picture that he took that I really, really liked. I don't remember exactly what the picture was, but I do remember what he's talking about. There was this one picture that he had that was just phenomenal.
He said the car show.
Yeah.
Eileen, she said, I think we all cried when we got the call. Yeah. Well, okay. Let's start from the first call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sitting there doing a waiting game where you know somebody cannot text you and let you know anything. That's bad. But this little sucker state, he was texting the whole time. I mean, there was not a time he was not, and I don't know how he was seeing, but he did it.
I still had one eye that night. Yeah, I did text a couple people while I was laying there on the stretcher, waiting to go in to get that very first surgery to close everything up.
Yep.
Now, this is something that only just a handful of people know this, but about a month ago, I think it was, I was trying to do a little research because I've been doing a bit of writing. Let's let's put it this way. I've been doing a little bit of writing, and I was going through. It's called My Chart. Our hospital has a patient portal online where I can go in and review doctor's notes and things like
Mhm.
that. Well, I was looking for a specific nurse's name because she was the one that worked with me in between those two surgeries that first week and figured out, okay, we need to text each other
Right. I remember that.
so that he can be able to communicate with me and I can communicate with him, because it was at that time it was painful to have my hearing aids in. So I left him out as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I was going back to the thing, trying to find her name so that I could give her the recognition in my writing. Well, I come across, I was going through everything on that portal. And then the one thing that I was not expecting was that I actually found a before picture
Mm.
before I had my surgery the night of the accident. And the reason that I knew that this was the before picture is because
Yay. It's a
No.
PETA and others. Shit.
because of how everything looked. And this was not during the surgery, it was before the surgery, because I did see a picture from during that surgery where they had the air tube going down my mouth. But this one here is before it.
So the picture is reference. They have to take a picture of how you looked before you went in,
Yes.
and for medical proof and records. And Jeremy, I tell you what, I mean, I don't know if you were probably prepared to see that.
I wasn't.
That's pretty
Yeah.
traumatizing, because nobody hands you a mirror in the back of an ambulance. Nobody hands you a mirror before you go into surgery. So
Yeah.
you never truly knew what you looked like.
I had an idea because I saw that picture from during surgery where they had already had me halfway closed up.
Right,
But
but having an idea and
before
seeing it
all
are
of
two
that.
different things.
Yeah.
That's-
My
you can
sister
always have an
Brenda
idea.
has a before picture, and I think my sister Pepper has a picture of it. And they both swore that they would never show me because I did not want to know.
Yep.
Then when I saw this picture, I jumped out of this chair because it was like one of those scare scenes, jump scares from a movie.
Yep.
Only without the music that actually makes you jump.
I remember you didn't want to look.
No, I did not.
I remember talking to everybody that would come see you. I'm like, how bad is it really?
You know, Anita, I was the same way. I mean, I clearly remember sending Adrian and Jen during my mouth reconstruction with my teeth. I mean, I I sent him a picture of me with the sunglasses, and I look all, I hate to say it, like, 1800s hillbilly. I had no teeth, all down to the roots, and I'm like, hey, I think this is my new OnlyFans picture. I don't have one, but I think I can start an OnlyFans, with this. And they were like, "What in the world, Janice? Like, where are you
I could
coming
go
from?"
in so many different directions with that comment, but I'm not going to.
Oh
This is-
yeah, I know. I was on a roll. My dentist looked at me and he goes, "Are you really saying this?" I was like, "You have to roll with it." What are you supposed to do in that moment? You know what I look like in this moment, and I want to know what I look like in this moment. How bad do I look? Oh my God, I look awful. I have to show Adrian.
Well,
Yeah.
right before you came on, before we went live, I had made the comment that you said you didn't have makeup on, and I'm like, I said, you know, that is the only person I know that looks just as cute with or without it. You wouldn't know. I don't give a shit if her hair's up in knots. Looks like she just crawled out of bed. She is still cute.
Until I sent that picture.
You know, I think you could pull off just about anything.
Hey, I showed you my roots, baby. I showed you my roots.
But they're not there anymore, so you're okay.
Anita, I sent the picture to Jesse and I was like, are you sure? Are you sure you want me to come home tonight? This is what I look like underneath the enamel.
He would not give a shit.
Oh, I completely forgot about this. I want to advertise this real.
What? Whoa.
Yeah, this is that thing that Carl and Denise are doing over the weekend.
Oh, okay. The
So
Japan Paranormal Facebook. Huh? Have I been working that much?
Japan Paranormal, that's that new one that Irene has created. Irene Takura.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Adrian's
so they are across the
Henry.
broadcast of this 5-hour thing on both nights across 3 different places.
Okay.
So I just wanted to throw that out there.
So we can see it on the Bill of Rights Network, right? And on things.
And on things, and for anybody that's in the Japan Paranormal group page, they can see it there too. That one just started up 3 weeks ago, maybe.
I did not know anything about it, but congratulations, Irene.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing that gets me. Whenever people have these, whatever happened, like in the case Jan when she took that picture, and then when other people take pictures, if they slash their arms or cut their fingers, they got to take a picture of it and post it on Facebook.
But we know. So the difference for me is like I knew I was taking the picture. I knew what I was doing. And here you go. You're looking through your medical records all innocently and you're like, oh, snap. There's me.
That's exactly what it was.
Like in all of my glory, holy crap, there's my muscles, there's this, there's that. Oh wow, like I really did get underneath my skin. You know, you can literally say work underneath your skin, Jeremy.
You're spot on because this scar right here, this is going to sound grisly. I do apologize for that. This is going to sound grisly, but the scar from all the way up here, all the way down here, looked like somebody just reached into a balloon and just ripped it open.
Ripped it, just hulked it.
Yeah.
Just
that's what it looked like. This part here of my nose was shifted over to the side, and it looked like it was hamburger. This whole side here was so swollen. It looked like somebody put a balloon underneath it and inflated it. And
how does it make you feel though, knowing that you've recovered from that? Like Anita said, like, I mean, Jeremy, you have to look at something like that and go, holy shit. I mean, I'm going to get blank. I'm going to say, holy shit, I looked like that.
Yeah.
That was me. Look at me now. I don't look like I did before, but holy crap, they got really close and I handed them this mess and they've created this out of this mess.
Eileen, no, I haven't. Eileen and Katie have both said something to me about taking vitamin E and putting it on my scars. I never did that.
It's actually a real thing. We do that with our, stretch marks from having kids. If you do it the whole time you're pregnant, you won't have them.
I'm going to say this, but with plastic surgery, sutures and stuff like that, with the type of sutures and whatnot he actually has to ask if he can do something like that. Because it requires the healing is like a certain amount of like moisture to it. It just the way that they open it up and whatnot. It's not like going through and ripping your skin.
Especially in the nose with how delicate an area that was.
Oh no, they're talking about the. Are you guys talking about this one?
No, this one here is
Oh,
what
this one. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
no, do vitamin
It is.
E. Yeah, absolutely.
this you'll never see. Don't worry about that.
You can't even see it now.
No, nope. And I don't understand how people. I guess I don't know, but
Jeremy,
everybody's saying, "Oh no, you look different." No, you
I don't think you do.
No,
I don't think
I
you
don't
do. I
see
think you just look like you got a
different.
haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I've been getting a lot of comments about my haircut. People are enjoying it. You know what? I'm enjoying it too.
less
Yeah,
maintenance.
I am too, because you're actually gray.
But that's 20 minutes less than I'm spending in the showers.
I believe that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Less money on shampoo, conditioner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit if you grow your hair back out, but that beard, it's got to come back out.
It is. It's going to. I just been keeping everything down because of all the oil work that I was going to have to do. Now,
Hey, Jeremy.
granted, I know it's not going to affect their ability to do the work.
Right. Okay.
But I don't know. This past year, what
Do you have a butt chin? You
I
have a
do.
butt chin. Yeah.
I do.
Let's just celebrate having a butt chin together, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I can't worship the
picture,
word.
but where you're supposed to be,
Lot less on
And you'll get to
shampoo,
feel
and
that
right
beard.
now I am not having to use any conditioner at all. It's
Yeah,
going to
no,
probably be about a year before I have to start using conditioner. Oh, and speaking of which, this is the first time that I am going to winter with hair this short in 20 plus years.
you'll feel it.
Yes, my head gets cold.
Beanies.
Yeah.
Jeremy,
So
I
Tim
realize,
Kohler, I feel so bad for you.
Jeremy, I completely realized that when I lost all my weight, now I know why I grew my weight, and I say grew it because I grew it proportionately, well. At least I like to think so in my head. But I tell you what, I miss all my winter weight. I'm cold. I don't like being skinny. I want my winter weight back.
There you go.
Yeah, I do. I want it back right now. I'm cold.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you about 50 of my pounds. How's that?
Yeah, me
That sounds
too.
perfect. I'll give you some of my hair. You give me some of your pounds. We'll be good. All right.
Sounds like a fair trade to me.
I'll ship it to you next day mail.
Yeah.
Anita, no, do not encourage that. She said, I love the clipped look. It's just as good as the long hair and beard. No. He has to grow the beard. I don't give a shit about the hair.
I
The
I-
beard
I
is
am-
a different story.
I am going to say this. I enjoyed having the beard. I did. I enjoyed having the beard. A lot of people thought that it would itch. I did go through that itching stage
Oh, yeah.
for the first, couple months. Then after that, never had to worry about it again.
So, in other words, we need to send you beard oils for Christmas.
Actually, I still have beard oil that I bought 2 years ago.
Let's go. Start working it, baby.
I ain't got nothing there.
Oh,
yeah,
yes, you
you
do.
just start
You
now.
start
It's
now. Keep this up.
Condition it up. You're supposed to start now. I don't have a beard. but I know how to
You
maintain
didn't even
one.
know. Stop it.
Hold on, wait. I do. I have a chin hair for each kid I had. I have to pluck them.
What?
Yep. So I have a beard.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
I just don't condition it. I don't encourage it either.
Anita, you need to go look at his TikTok. You'll understand why I'm saying this. No, he has to have his beard. It's a must.
Well, you need to look at my videos from a year ago. Let's put it that way. Anything from this year is all going to be real short. Okay, thank you, Carl. I'll take a look at it after the show. But no, I do plan on growing the beard back out. It's just that I haven't felt like having one this year. Now, here's another thing that is irritating So when everything happened and I had the first surgery, my upper lip was numb. And then over time, to the point where I had the surgery back in September, from here to here, I had all feeling back. This side here was still numb. But then when they went in to do the second surgery, they had to actually go in through the inside of my mouth to be able to do all the cutting that they had to do. Now my entire upper lip is numb again.
Okay, Anita, you don't have to have TikTok to see it, so I'm going to send it to you.
Actually, how about this? There we go.
Did you put it up? Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right.
Well, it only went to 2 of the 3 Facebook pages. So, I don't know which one Anita is on.
I doubt you've seen that one. That was
Well, I'm looking at my personal page and nobody has commented on that. So,
on things. I don't know about that.
come to the network page.
How is her name showing without being on the network page?
I think the only time it shows as Facebook user if she was in the Universal page, but I'm not streaming to the Universal page. I cut that out for tonight so that I could stream to my personal page.
Oh, Robin says hi.
Hi, Robin.
I just jumped on. I don't even know where we're streaming.
We are streaming to 8 different locations.
I'm
Facebook-
along for the ride.
My Facebook profile, the Things Network, and then also the Things public page, not the group page, but the public page. We are also on the Things Network LinkedIn page, YouTube page, Twitch, and Twitter, and also streaming to the Supernatural Talk YouTube page.
And this woman wanted me to get on cam without makeup on.
So?
Well, I can't tell you. I'm keeping my mouth shut on that one.
Jeremy, I didn't sleep last night.
No, she really did not.
I did not. I had
No.
the most I don't do aliens. If anybody knows me, I don't do aliens. And I had the weirdest dream about aliens last night. And I just don't do aliens. And
They sure like you, though.
yeah. Yeah, so much that they take service trucks and they just throw them over mountains, and they like stalk me outside of my window in my house. And
Outside your window, my ass in your living room.
see, just even the thought of it gives me anxiety. I can't watch. Oh, don't ever turn on an alien movie in my house. You want to see me freak? I go into panic attack straight. I will sage the house, and I'm not a sager, okay? I will sage the house. If you signs, never. Nope, don't never. Dreamcatcher? No way.
Oh, I love Dreamcatcher.
Hearts in Atlantis. I love the movie. Love the book. Great. Did it once. Never again.
That's not an alien movie, though. Hearts in
Eileen,
Atlantis?
don't give me that bull crap. You look cute all the time, too. Don't give me that bullshit.
I'm sorry, Jeremy. I'm reading what Anita just put. Anita, it's so strange. You know, I live in New Mexico, and I'm not saying anything because of Roswell or whatnot. But we have open skies, and we don't have a lot of lights. And granted, we have military and stuff like that, but we're really close to the equator when you think about it. And we
You're
have
not too far from Roswell, aren't you?
Oh,
no,
I
I'm
know.
not. It's more it's more of where I live off of. I live off the El Camino Real Trail, and if you look at Indian history, and if you follow anything with aliens, they're very common around here. Like they are everywhere in legends and whatnot. So where we live, we see strange things, and I tell you what, strange things are getting stranger around here in the sky.
I remember one time, Jan, you and I were on video chat, and you were showing me across the street from where you were at. I think it was like a big open field,
Mm-hmm.
and the sun was just setting. And you were telling me there were all kinds of weird things happening out there.
It's a strange, it's an interesting area. I've been talking now for years about pulling a documentary on the El Camino Real Trail, because it's the oldest trail here in North America, and it goes from Santa Fe all the way down to Mexico City, and that's the trail that all the Indians used in this area, the Spaniards. It was some of our biggest trading posts. The state of New Mexico has the oldest capital in North America, and people don't understand. They think, oh, the oldest capital is over on the East Coast. No, the oldest capital is Santa Fe, and that's the capital of New Mexico. It was the central trading post. I live in the area where Geronimo ran. So if you know anything about history, I live where Geronimo roamed, Billy the Kid, Pat Garrett. I just sent pictures of Pat Garrett to Adrian. His grave's like right down the aisles from my family. It's
Are
really
you right in front of the microphone, Adrian?
Do what?
You sound like you are right in front of the microphone.
so we have like a lot of history.
It just seems amplified.
Yeah, you do.
Go. I'm taking a look.
Go away.
So we have like we have Apache history, we have Navajo history, we have Pueblo history. It's just so weird things happen here all the time. Well, I sent you that video. Did you see the video?
I did, but I didn't want to watch it and have everything feed back onto the show.
It's crazy. Things in the sky are weird. Where in my dream, and Anita's probably going to know what I'm talking about. In my dream, I remember just looking out the window and seeing this mirror cloud. And I say mirror cloud because it changed, and I could see it change shapes, and it came straight down, and it was like plowing this road, this like pathway, and it took Jesse's service truck and just threw it up and over the mountain, like it was in its way. It was just like, it's in my way, and then it came back to the house, and it was circling this thing was circling the house, and it was like checking all the windows, making sure I was watching what it was doing. I don't know. It was just strange. I just don't do aliens. I don't raise my anxiety 60 million levels,
Okay, let's get off the alien talk now.
I don't know. It's just weird. It was just out of the blue. It's just something that never happened. So
That's a good boy.
yeah, Adrian's like, can you jump on? I was like,
This?
yeah, let me get makeup on because I don't look like I've slept much. Have you ever noticed that dogs resemble their owners, or is it that owners resemble their dogs?
Well, this belongs to Mom. It just adopted me since she's gone. And I cannot go to the bathroom anymore alone.
Okay, something tells me she sheds a lot.
Yeah. And sleeps with us.
Oh boy.
Hey, you know what? They're good birth control. That's all I got to say. It works.
Right. Going back to what you were talking about, Jan. So I know AJ knows this. I don't know if you know this, but I did have to have two two teeth pulled out. Luckily, it was one on each side, all the way in the back of the bottom jaw. So when I went to go have the arch bars taken off, at the same time they drilled into my jaw to put the bases in for the clowns. Oh man, that was a bad week and a half after that.
What was bad was the day you went home. You had no idea what you had even said, typed, anything.
That first day for me wasn't too bad, but the next day I couldn't do anything. I laid in my chair.
You were high the first day, all day.
Almost, yeah. So I was taking the hydrocodone like they said they would, and then normally when you're done with that, you should be fine. I was not fine. I had to call them and get a second prescription for it.
And that's not like you, because even after your surgeries, you barely took anything.
Yeah. This one here was different.
Mouth surgery is different.
Huh?
Mouth surgery is very different.
Yeah. This one was really, really bad, and I could hardly sleep at all during that whole week. So I ended up getting the second prescription of the hydrocodone and just went full on the prescription for the first couple of days after I got into that. Then I started slowly weaning myself off, one a day, and then I would go every other day. And that did the trick. But having that drilled in, never did I think that would be as painful as it was for the type of prescription that I was on. The pain that I felt from that was worse than the pain that I had from this.
I can't imagine. Oh my gosh. Anita's asking if you're going to get implants for those teeth.
I am. I've already got the bases in on both sides, and probably January, maybe February, I'll have the clowns put in.
Yeah, they have to sit in for a while. They have to adjust. They have to get used to everything. They have to make sure they're not going to move, whatnot. Yeah, I know that. I know the drill. No pun intended. Dun-dun-dun. I can't. I have every dental joke that you have. I'm telling you, Jeremy. When it comes to dental pain, I understand. When I got those 8 crowns done, and the root canals, I had it all done at once, and I had an allergic
You had a
reaction.
root canal done as well?
Huh?
You had a root canal done as well?
On all of them. On every single one of them, I have a crown done.
Let's go back to.
I've never had a root canal.
All of these are fake.
Let's go back to what happened the first time you were in the dentist's office.
Oh, the fact that the power went out.
Yeah.
The power went out when he was in the middle of doing my teeth. Yeah, and the numbing agent started wearing off, and he had to go up behind my tooth and to numb me right behind, and he hit the wrong nerve. That was fun, but I couldn't get mad. I'm not mad. I mean, it was
No,
stressful.
she was not. She texts and says, well, I said, what the hell? What are you? She goes, it wasn't his fault.
It's not his fault.
And I made him straddle over the top of me and finish the job with a flashlight.
So,
excuse me? You what?
yeah, it
She's
was
like, it
get
hadn't done. It was open.
Yeah, it was open. It was get it done fast. I was only supposed to have the temporaries in for a week. When they got the permanents back, they ended up being literally baby shit yellow. And they said, absolutely not. We're not putting these in anybody's mouth ever. So I waited another couple of weeks to get my implants in. Adrian will tell you I started running massive fevers. My gums started turning black around the edges. Gum chunks started falling off.
septic, like to the point of septic.
I started getting infections in my new crowns that had just been laid out. And they couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. They went to go pull everything off, the temporaries, and everything was crusted. And in 30 years, a dentist said he had never seen anything like it. I had a severe allergic reaction to the temporary teeth, to the point where my gums were literally dying off to get away from the temporaries. I was in so much pain. I lost a lot of weight. I went crazy. On top of it, getting nailed by a scorpion a couple of times didn't help. Halloween was fun. 103 fever, and I'm continuing to go with infection. So I understand where you're coming from with pain right in here. I finally got my partials. I finally got everything in to be told that I need to get this one reseated. I have to get this one done, and I have to get these ones done because my nerve disorder is just going to take them all.
Wow.
So I have to go through this again. And I don't know how I'm going to do it because mentally
I told you, get the damn things pulled and get some denture shit.
and I can't. They won't let you. You have to go
The hell they
through
won't.
procedure. No, they won't, Adrian. You have to go through procedures now. Like dental companies don't just say, okay, just pull the tooth. It's no, if they can save the tooth, you need to save your teeth. And I agree 100%. No, I agree because it
I was
messes up your job.
24 when I got all mine done.
It's changed. It's changed. They're finding that pulling teeth and doing things like that, it's not good.
It's the best thing in the world. I'm good.
No. They save your teeth as far as they can until they have to pull them, unless
Well,
it's medically
if it gets to that point, just do what they did on the Santa Claus. Go upstairs and have the old toaster pull out the tooth for you.
But no, I can't stand it. I'm also the type of person, and I don't think that, I don't know if there's a diagnosis for it. I'm the type of person that every time I go to get a tooth pulled, I literally go crazy. That's my tooth. It belongs to me. It needs to be in my body. It was made for me. It was not made to be outside of my body. If I've got to go in for a hysterectomy, I mean, emotionally, mentally, I'm a woman. That's mine. Don't touch it. Don't. If you got to take my kidney, no, it's mine. Like I will die with it. Like I'm crazy like that. I want to be
Brad,
intact. I want to be whole.
I swear I'm going to hurt
Brad,
you.
I
One
agree.
day.
Calm down, Adrian.
That's
Calm down.
1700s way of thinking. I can't. No way. They go through and fix my teeth as much as you can. I at first I wanted them to go through and pull them. I tell you what, that was worse. It was worse. Not having my teeth mentally for me is worse. So
For me, it felt weird because when I'm eating and I have all of my teeth up on top and I'm missing the two down there at the bottom, and when you're chewing on something crunchy and something gets back there, that hurts.
it hurts. Yeah, no way.
That
See,
hurts.
I'm trying. I haven't had my back teeth in for a couple of years, and I'm now to the point where I'm trying to get used to having back teeth with this partial. I was supposed to get implants, and that never happened because COVID, and dental clinics shutting down and whatnot. So I'm starting to get used to eating with these partials, and it's the strangest thing in the world just to have back teeth. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm getting used to the way I look. I mean, I'm filled out here. I don't know if you've noticed, if you can notice, but I notice because it's just the slightest bit of difference. And
Just like me, you can tell it, but nobody else can.
right, and I can tell it in the way I talk. I'm sure Adrian can too. The way I talk and the way I pronounce things are completely different to where I can actually say them properly again. And
Well, now I'm
Brad?
talking properly too.
Brad, this. You see this? This is for you.
Brad, I'm going to make a suggestion to you. From now on, when you're watching the show, you need to wear a helmet. Because one of these
He needs to
days,
wear the helmet anyway. He licks windows. Shit.
well, here's the thing. Because one of these days, you're going to come through that that phone screen of his and just slap the shit out of him.
Oh, I will meet him.
You
And
are
when
going
I
to
do-
turn into a cell phone Samara against Brad.
Oh yeah.
Brad, I tell you what, you think that it's a way to charge you more, but honestly, in the long run, pulling your teeth is going to cost you more. Not only that, it does, because it raises your rate of infection.
Mine's
And-
fine.
And right
Honestly,
now,
and
I have-
malnutrition. You don't chew as properly.
I have caps back there to have everything closed up. And even when I choose something crunchy, if something gets back there, it still hurts.
I love it. Oh my god.
I don't know.
Go.
Now I'm trying to wonder if Anita is
I need
helping the situation or if she's not helping the situation.
Sorry, you were breaking up on me, and I had a mic drop. I can't. Oh, I feel the burn. It's not even like a fire burn. It's more like a dry ice burn. That's bad.
Hey,
That's like soul.
dry ice
and
down his pants. That'd be awesome.
I love it.
Okay,
Or
Anita
soul-
just says she never helps the situation. So Anita, you're not helping.
Oh, you did. You helped great. That was awesome.
Awesome.
She may have helped you two, but she didn't help him.
That's okay. That's the idea.
Still helping the situation. It doesn't
You
matter.
don't need help.
It depends. You know, she's not helping him, but she's helping us. I mean,
Right.
Tomato,
So-
tomato, face boss, envelope, envelope.
So January, February, I'm supposed to get the 2 crowns in. And then as far as this particular doctor, that's probably it. I do have an appointment scheduled in January for this plastic surgeon to take a look at my nose. And I know that the nose definitely needs to be redone because it's bigger than what it had been. I would look at the pictures. This part here is sticking out much farther than what it used to be, so it's also stretching out my skin. And then when I'm rubbing my eyes, it just feels so weird. It feels so weird. Then one thing that probably bothers me more than anything else is the side of my nose right here. You know how when you run your fingers down, you got that little dome right here at the side of at the bottom. I don't have that anymore here. In fact, the scar goes right through where that was at.
So it's a straight slope.
Straight, yeah. I am not a fan of that. But chances are we won't be able to get around that. Chances are.
Have you thought about growing out your cartilage?
What? What?
Are you talking about where they put a thing underneath the skin?
Yeah. And grow out your cartilage.
The thought had crossed my mind.
I think he's had enough shit under his
that would-
skin. No.
That would be perfect, Jeremy. You could just have it attached right there and have it bolt, and it would just grow back out. And they could almost get it to look exactly like your nose. It's
Okay.
completely healthy. It's completely natural. Do it.
AJ, I know what she's talking about. I actually heard about this about a year ago.
It's skin grafting.
Yeah. That thought had crossed my mind. I don't know if that's something I want to do yet.
So, how much do you know about it? Because it's actually
I don't really know much more than what you just said.
So what they do is they take some skin cells from you. All right, they take some skin, And what they do is they actually grow it out, and they can actually 3D print you the side of your nose. They can actually stick a band inside of your nose and have your cartilage grow over it and
No.
have your skin. And all you do
Hey, Brad, I think we just found you another job.
you
Yeah,
put,
that's what I was
and
thinking.
you just cover it with a
Can,
patch.
can you 3D print me a new nose, please?
And
It's medically, yeah. They
No.
three. It's crazy, Jeremy. You should
Well,
should
the
really
thing
look
I'd be
into it.
worried about that is the way that they would do it. Would this be something that would be permanent on my nose, or is this something that would actually be?
No, it would be your nose. It would be
17,
your
Brad.
own cartilage. It
So-
is your own 100%
No.
cartilage.
What I'm talking about is this something that can be detachable?
No,
Okay.
no, it's permanent.
It would have to grow. Yeah. But you remember your graft on your hip, right?
That was the bone graft.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, that was.
No fun. No.
No, this is different. This technology has been around for years. It's helped people that have had their noses cut off, and they literally grow a nose. They can grow an ear. Anything out of cartilage they can grow.
Now I've seen them grow ears on the back of rats.
Yeah,
I've seen that
but-
too.
yeah, no, it's
That
different now.
gives me an idea.
It's
Maybe
not
if
like
I
you're
get
growing it on
somebody
an
to print off a new ears for me, if my hearing would get better.
But yeah, no, seriously, look into it. It's an interesting procedure, and you might be able to get it under experimentation or something like that. Or if
Yeah.
It would have to be something that would fall under accident related, which in this case it would be.
well, the treatment, the treatment would be, say, if this is a new procedure, or you could get, it's a way to get into the surgery and to have it done. It's not like you can just walk into a doctor's office and say, "Hey, I need this."
Yeah.
You have to go to a specialized doctor or university, and that university hospital will do it for you.
The
Although I
university
could be
hospital
wrong.
is what I'm going through for my eyes. And in fact, that actually leads me up to my next one. I have surgery scheduled on March the 6th for my eyes.
I was going to ask about your eyes because I know that patch is not something you're going to be wearing the rest of your life.
It better not be.
No.
I
know
know
my kids are going to be
people
disappointed,
rave
Jeremy.
about the eye patch. A lot of people love the eye patch.
It is
I
sexy.
get
I'll
it.
give you that. But it's not comfortable for you.
It's grown on me. Let's put it that way. I sort of gotten used to it, but what I've been doing lately is I've been going and getting the adhesive eye patches, so it looks like oversized Band-Aids,
Yeah.
and I put that over my eye.
Right.
That way I don't have to wear the strap all the time.
Right.
So there is no fixing your eye, correct?
There is,
Yeah.
There is.
yeah.
Okay.
It's basically mostly going to be muscle manipulation. What they're going to be doing is they're going to be lowering this eye because the impact kind of pushed this eye up a little bit. So it almost looks like I'm glaring at people.
Okay.
That's okay. Leave it that
Um,
way. It's called the resting bitch face. It's fine.
Hey, listen, that eye can just be
Having said that,
over, and that raises the other brow even higher, and it gives you a better what the fuck look.
well, I do have that look a lot anyway. So
Just
Oh,
define
Brad's daughter's
more.
still making a glitter one for you. Okay. Before you get that surgery done, you have to wear her glitter one at least once.
he was supposed to bring it at Para-Unity. He never did. He was
Okay, so
also
You
supposed
remember
to
that
bring it.
Brad, the space case, doesn't know what he's doing 1 minute to the next.
He was also supposed to bring it to Mansfield, Ohio. He
There
did
you
not
go.
bring it either time. And he remembered to bring his daughter with him to Para Unity. And I thought he was going to bring the eye patch then. He did
I'm
not
surprised
bring
he
it.
remembered to take her home.
Hey, listen. And we all wonder why he has the X.
He's got a few from what I see.
It doesn't matter. You
Yes.
probably forgot about him.
Logo eye patch. Hell yeah. We can at least take a picture with it once. We'll all mail it to each other. We'll all take a picture with it at least once before the surgery.
And we still got 3 months before the surgery.
There we go. We could all mail it around and be fine.
So,
If
so
you get it done.
they're going to be doing muscle manipulation to lower this eye, and they're also going to take this eye and because right now it's kind of like this, so they're going to straighten it out here, and also go behind the eye and fix whatever nerve damage there is there.
Why can't they just invent a slingshot or a sling, for the eye? Like a little banana hammock, for the eye, just to like pull it up and fucking put it back into place. Just eyes freak me out.
I don't know if I could take that or not.
But eyes freak me out.
Here's
Seriously.
the thing. With that eye patch, you have done a lot of experiments that a lot of us wondered about.
I have. Speaking of those experiments, I can't quite do that like I had been able to in the past. It's hard to explain. Before in the past, I could be able to see everything as it was, but I think because of the reconstruction, it's hard to describe. I can still see a little bit more in the dark than I can with the other eye, but not nearly like I had been able to.
Jeremy.
So this second surgery has changed that a little bit. Yes,
I got a
Jean?
crazy experiment for you.
Uh-oh.
You do it with your hearing now. You know how they say if you numb one sense, another one grows?
Mhm.
I wonder if you went and sat in the dark, completely in the dark, or covered your other eye, if you could truly then hear the difference in your hearing and see if you can't hear.
I have actually sat in places with pillowcases over my head where I can't see anything. But
Has your smell enhanced? Like, I love learning about little things like this. Like,
You know what?
Has your
That's funny you
taste?
say that, Zach, because most everybody knows he's got a traumatic brain injury from a motorcycle accident, but he can smell things from the basement to the top of the house. I'm telling you.
yeah, I'm wondering, I just wonder if your body's like balancing out its senses. Like, I don't know. Like,
my sense of smell hasn't enhanced. I was just thrilled that I could smell it all.
Yeah.
Because
that's true.
I basically didn't have a nose anymore, literally.
Right.
I was just thrilled that I could. But this is the weird part. Because of me going for so long with feeling on this side and no feeling on this side, when I'm breathing, I can only feel it on this side, and I'm thinking I can't breathe over here. And just yesterday, I tried it. I covered this nostril and breathe in and out, and I can breathe in and out just fine. I just can't feel the air coming through that nostril.
Yeah.
That is weird.
That
Hey!
you say hi.
Hi, baby. How are you, honey? What you doing?
I feel sick.
You've been. I know you've been sick. So, do you think it's time to go night-night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let you guys go. I have to get her to bed. Get the other one to bed. Preteens, they stink. They need showers. I can smell.
Yeah. Tell
smell
Nate
it
I can
from
smell him from over here.
Yes. She smells fresh though.
And mommy,
All fresh and clean, huh?
we decorate the house with Christmas stuff.
Yes, you
And we buy
decorated Daddy's slippers. You
And we
decorated a remote control. You decorated everything you could get a hold of.
Just remember this: you need to keep Mama busy.
Oh, that's not an issue.
Yeah, right now, I don't know if you heard Jeremy. We put the kids in Catholic school, and Avelina now wants to be a devoted nun, and it's so sweet. She talks about being a sister, and she does prayers like the sisters, and it's really
How old
sweet.
is she now?
4. And she knows her prayers better than most.
She did the first week. They
She did-
asked her to come lead the prayers.
Yeah.
And mind you, she has not been raised Christian whatsoever. And then she goes in here and she's like, "Yep, this is what I'm doing."
This is me.
Sometimes when you find out one thing, it doesn't matter what age you're at.
one. Here are tots. Here are them.
No, here's the church. Here's the steeple.
Oh,
Good
here's the church. Here's the steeple.
people.
Open the doors and there's all the people. There you go.
That when I do to preschool.
Yeah, you do that in
When
preschool.
you go to preschool, huh?
Yeah. When God
Yeah.
on the date, him do this. Here, here, a deeper.
And
Yeah.
open the doors. There's all the people.
Yeah, tots. That good.
Okay, so you and all those people need to go to sleep so you can go to school tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay?
I do Miss Rachel and Miss Serena.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're
so
teachers. So we're
yeah,
gonna talk.
so go say a prayer for all those people and go to school tomorrow, okay?
So
Okay.
you say, "Have a blessed night, everybody." Say, "We love you guys."
Love you guys.
Love you, Abby. Bye
Night,
bye.
guys.
That
That
little girl is something else.
that actually kind of leads into something I did want to talk about. When you find that one thing, apparently maybe she might have found it at the age of 4. I apparently have found mine at the age of 42.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have
Sometimes
been
it
doing
takes
a
a
lot of
minute.
writing. What's that?
I said sometimes it takes a minute.
It does. It is actually something that really I started in my late 20s, and then I just stopped doing it in my 30s. All the while, I continue to write lyrics this whole time, but no, Brad. Nick would probably do it, but Adrian sure as hell isn't.
I got, some of us, Brad, hey, there's this thing called work. And we have to be up very early to do this thing called work. And
Yep.
we actually have to have a brain to do it. So if I stay up a little too late, I don't have that brain to do it anymore. Remember? I'm old. Remember?
And think of it this way. She is 2 hours behind me. She's already working when I get up. If that tells you anything. So I have been doing a lot of writing. I started writing a memoir on this whole ordeal. I'm roughly, I forget what it is, 60, 70 pages into it. And I have written all about the accident and all of my time being at the hospital. Now I am just starting to write about how things are now that I've been home. Also, today, I started working on a second memoir of the paranormal. This one here is going to be called Paranormal Me, Stories to Tell. And this what I started writing, the recommended amount of writing a day is roughly 2,000 to 2,500 words a day, about 5 pages a day. I doubled that today. I did 11 pages, 5,000 words. And what I started writing about for Paranormal Me is not going to be what starts the book off, but it's what I'm starting off to write about. And it's basically about the creation of the Things Network. So you can just about imagine what's going into that chapter.
Anybody who's ever been an ass probably should just not read it.
Yeah. And at the same time, I haven't done anything to this in a while, but I also started working on things for a cookbook, which is not the cookbook that Adrian is or was working on. I know it's been a minute.
Oh no, the whole computer crashed. I lost everything.
What?
Yeah. I lost everything.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go back to that one.
Oh yeah.
But the cookbook that I'm working on is actually a collection of recipes that belong to my mom and my dad's mom. And this is how clever I am. So my grandma's her middle name is Hope, which is also my daughter's middle name. And my mom's middle name is Sue, not Susan or just Sue. So anybody who knows me knows that I like to do a play on words. So this one here is going to be called Hope and Sue's Cookbook.
That's Brad, that is coming. That I can do that. That might come. Anita, that's where I might need your help, hon. We're gonna edit that one and publish it.
Yeah, so the paranormal memoir of mine is going to be called Paranormal Me, and it's going to be different from what most paranormal books that you see. A lot of them are very informative, or talking or writing a whole book off of one investigation. This one here is going to be anything but. This is going to be just stories of different things that I had gone through in the paranormal. So this chapter that I'm working on right now is about the Things Network, what created, how we came to creating it. And there's going to be another chapter on how I came up with the whole concept of the dog whistle, things like that. And the other memoir is going to be called My Accidental Memoir, because, honestly, this memoir is happening because of an accident.
What about the fiction side?
The what?
The fiction side.
I've also been writing short stories. And Adrian has read 3 of them. Brad has read 1. In fact, Brad read the wrestling one, and he was like, "Boy, that was a twist there at the end."
I just wanted to skip to the last paragraph to see, did they live? Did they die? What happened? Why?
Yeah, So I wrote 3 different short stories just in this past week. That's all I've been doing. The first short story was this one actually scares me because it's every bit about me. But this is about. I'm not really sure how to describe it, Adrian. This is about.
I don't think I would. I'd just publish it because that one is awesome.
Okay. Yeah, let's just say that this is every bit about me, but there's something that happens that will never happen for me. Let's put it that way.
Don't bet on it.
Yeah.
This world's
That-
getting crazy.
That's why I was worried about it, because somebody had actually said something to you about that very thing, and you asked me about it.
Yep.
And that was actually kind of the reason why I wrote it, because, when you really think about it, it's very realistic. It's a very realistic situation in a fictional setting. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. And it could happen so easy.
Yeah. This could happen so easy, but it's definitely not something that I will ever allow to happen. The
But it
second,
wasn't an allowing, it was just happened.
well,
You can't allow something when you're not mentally really there.
good point. Good point. And like when Jan had asked me earlier about my mental side, as long as I don't dwell on it and let it really get to me, then something like that can happen.
Yeah.
Um,
Because we had people, now we can say it because it's all over and done, but we had people asking, how is he really? Because I feel like, because you didn't show yourself for a long time. So nobody knew what you really looked like.
yeah,
So they assumed the worst. And
that
we
for
all
4
knew,
months was brutal.
we all knew how cute you were. And we're going, what could it possibly be now? How bad could it be? And of course, kind of like playing telephone, it gets worse or changes as it goes around.
Yep. Yep.
And by the time it come back to me at times, I think you were decapitated. But, so people are asking.
It's like one of those stories. Hey, Bob, I'm going to go buy me a match car. A little toy match car. 50 people later, oh, he just bought himself a Rolls Royce.
Yep. And that's really what it was. And so I had people actually messaging me going, look, I really feel like he's going to commit suicide. You need to make sure you're paying attention. And, after a couple of people that don't know what's really, haven't seen pictures, haven't really talked to you, haven't, something like that, you really have to go, okay, you know what? It's probably something that should be asked. So I did come to you and say, look, how are you really doing?
Yeah, honestly, it is a very, natural thing. So having gone through this, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it now. Before it was all, oh, you're just full of shit or whatever.
You can't really know.
I get
That's just like Jan losing a child. Those of us that have not lost one, there's no way we could know. No
Right.
way. We try to know, but we can't.
Yeah. So I am in that position where I can understand it now. And I will say this, I have never once thought about suicide.
Yeah.
But I have thought, what if I didn't make it?
Right. But not by your own hands.
Right. Because I very easily could not have made it.
Oh yeah, 3
And
times.
yeah, yeah. So I get it. So I put all of that, my whole situation, what I have gone through, and plus I did embellish a little bit so that I could get the story to the part of this
Oh, yeah.
ending.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of this first short story that I wrote and actually completed, there is another short story that I started years ago that I never finished. I am going to go back onto it and get it finished, but I need to get these done.
Yep. Brad is asking if to send him that last one. I think he would really like that last one. I do.
Yeah. I think he's talking about the one that we're talking about right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Brad, that book is going to turn nonfiction, and then I'll write it. Okay.
So I took every bit of my situation, and then I pushed it to the limit so that I could get to what the end result was going to be. The whole story is 17 pages, I think, 18 pages, and I wrote it all in one setting in one day.
Jeez.
I was so tired after that, but I knew the entire story of how it was going to go. I had to write it. I had to keep going until I finished it.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay. And
That's-
I needed
writer.
to get an opinion. And if anybody's going to be honest with me, I know Adrian's going to be honest with me.
Oh, never.
So I sent it to her and I gave her a warning. Hey, this one's going to be a little scary. This is something we have talked about.
Mhm.
But I made sure she understood that this is not something that is going to happen. Good night, Anita. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, hon. Thank you.
So I sent that to her. Then either the next day or 2 days later, I started another short story. This one here is about wrestling. And basically, I wanted to do a short story on a wrestling pay-per-view, but only told through the eyes of the announcers. There is no, then he did this, whatever. No. What you hear on TV from the announcers, that is the story.
Yeah.
So I wrote this one with pretty good twist there at the end that I don't think anybody was going to. I know Brad certainly wasn't seeing that. When I sent it to Adrian, her first thing that she said to me, "Where did this come from?" or something like that.
Yeah.
And I pulled from this because of my love for wrestling and something that Adrian has said that every story that I do write needs to have some version of me in it. Okay. We'll see how well that can go. So this story, the wrestling story, may not necessarily have me in it, but it has my love for wrestling in it.
Yeah.
And
It's all got you in it.
Yeah.
Some part of you.
And then this last one that I wrote, 20 some pages, is an actual story. Yeah, I really like this story here. I actually feel like it is good enough that I can send it out to somebody and maybe have it put in a magazine.
Don't
And
settle for a magazine.
no, that's how it gets started.
Yeah.
You sell it to get put in a magazine, and then after you've done so many short stories, then you collect them all together and put it in a book.
Yeah. I think you can skip that stage.
I probably could.
You probably should.
Yeah.
At least for that story. Now, your other ones, yeah. Okay. But not the main one.
Yeah, this one here, I got the idea from several different things. One, we have homeless people that work the corners, almost like on a rotation basis. And I took that and took the premise of Jeepers Creepers and set it in Randolph County Infirmary.
You would think at my age, which I'm not going to say,
We all
I would
know
be
too hard.
I would be immune to that. I still cannot drive by somebody standing on the street with a sign and not think about it for hours later.
Yeah. Well, this story here tackles that. Hey, this could happen.
I guarantee you I'm not going to do anything other than throw money at them.
Yeah. And I know I did good on this story because she told me she wanted so bad to flip straight to that last page.
Yeah.
To see if the main character lived or not.
Yeah. I actually clocked out of work to finish it.
No kidding.
I was like, no, I can't have interruptions on this. I took a break. Done.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, whoa. Is Brad sick? Somebody needs to go check on him. Where's his wife? Because something's really wrong with Brad right now.
That's probably Kelly typing for him.
Like he's dying.
Yeah, that's
Something's wrong.
probably Kelly typing for him.
Oh, I'm going to get him so good. He's going to be famous.
I want to be there. Now he's going to be infamous.
Oh, no, he'll be famous, just not how he wants.
Oh, so you're basically going to make him famous like Undertaker would make his opponents famous.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Keeping quiet is not his strong suit unless he's dead. And even then, I think we'd have a problem.
Yeah. So this last short story, this one, I knew what I wanted to do with it, but getting to that point was the hard part. Because when you're trying to describe what's going on and also describe the surroundings, that was really difficult. But once I got to the building, everything just flew. Like I could see it all in my head like a movie. But getting to the building was the hard part.
And it all flowed just like you never had a problem with any of it.
Yeah, it took me
New
4 days to
background.
write.
Oh, your things isn't back there.
Supernatural talk.
No, your things banner's not back behind you. It's just black.
Oh, okay. So I'm in my office. I am not sitting in the dining room like I normally am. So I'm in my office, and behind me I have an entertainment center that's got all my CDs in it. But there's also all kinds of crap on there that I need to go through and sort out. So I didn't really want that to be in the background.
You sorted out. Let's see. When you first got home from the hospital, you sorted out your equipment.
I sorted everything out.
You got to sort that shit. Jenny.
Yeah,
I haven't seen you in a while, and it's nice to see you.
She was actually on live earlier today.
I haven't gotten to see anything lately.
Yeah, she was on live early today because the guest that she did have for Saturday, I guess couldn't do it, so that's why they're doing it. Why she did it today instead of Saturday.
I saw that she was on, but I couldn't. I was working. After nearly 5,000 chapters, I'm out of stuff to read for stories I read online. I tell you what, Brad, they really are awesome.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Brad. I will go ahead and send this new one to you. Um, this this one here that I'm sending is called "Homeless Vet Needs Help."
And do not let that title fool you.
No. And it's not like there's a twist there at the end. You know something is happening right from the very beginning. It's just
No, not enough, because then you want to go, okay.
it's just subtle. It's just subtle, but it builds and it
Very.
continues to build right to the end. And that was how I wanted it. This is how I was seeing it in my head. I was seeing the movie. And so that's how I wrote it.
It was awesome. I will give you that.
Yeah,
Okay, guys, it's 8:17 here, which means I have to get up at.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
we do need
anyway,
to
I gotta get
going, but there are two more things I do want to bring up. I have also been venturing out of the paranormal for new stuff to do.
Can't do that.
Well, I have been inspired because for years I played a lot of video games. And then for years I had not played a single thing. And then once I had this accident, I'm home all the time. You know what? I need to get back into playing video games.
No, you don't.
Well, this didn't happen until a couple months ago. I finally pulled out some of my old game systems. My Super Nintendo, it still works. My Nintendo 64, it still works. I have a PlayStation 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I am streaming games online now.
Oh, God.
So I have J.E. York Games on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch.
No.
Yes.
Hear me. You cannot do 10,000 things at once. No.
I'm not doing 10,000 things at once. I'm doing 2,000 things one at a time.
No, you're not.
You say
You're writing, then you're playing video games. Then, yeah, no.
And so I am doing streaming, and I am doing old school games. I am playing Super Mario Kart. I am
Yes, I
playing
love that one.
Royal Rumble. I am playing WrestleMania, Super Mario World. And I'm also doing the 64 games. Right now, I'm only doing Mario Kart 64. Because I so far I've streamed 7 times.
Do you want me to send you our Atari? You can stream that too? That work?
I think I have one.
I don't doubt it.
No. It's the Odyssey 2 that I have. But I don't think that one still works. And also, I am really excited about this one because I have been wanting to do this one for a while. I just wasn't sure who to ask about this. But then I started talking to Donald Martin. Don Martin, he is wanting to do some podcasts about different things, which he and Jim, I hope I'm saying the name right, Clausen, are going to be doing a new show on Sundays from 7 to 8 Eastern. And they will be doing a paranormal show. As of right now, there isn't a name title for it yet. But Don and I are also going to be doing our own show. It's not going to be a weekly show because of this work schedule, but at least the first show is going to be on January 4th, from 8 to 9 Eastern, I think. And we're going to be talking about the thing that we both grew up on, wrestling.
Donald is so awesome.
Yeah. So
I like him.
Donald and I are going to be doing a new show called Marks on Wrestling. And we're going to be talking about everything from a fan's point of view. And I've been inspired by this because lately I've been watching a lot of wrestling podcasts on YouTube. And it's taken me back to, the early 90s. Don and I are going to be doing this from a fan's perspective. We are going to initially I wasn't going to put this on Themes Network, and then I thought, why not?
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
We were going to do a cooking show on it. Why not?
I know. So the first show for that will be on Wednesday, January 4th. And I don't know how frequent that show is going to be because of his work schedule. So
Yeah.
we may do some pre-recorded so that we can put it on, keep it on Wednesday. But he does want to do it live, at least for the first show. And then
Good.
we've also talked about, I don't know if this is his favorite event, but my favorite wrestling event is the Royal Rumble. And that will be on January 28th, a Saturday night. And we are going to be doing a review show right after that pay-per-view. And that will probably be at 11 p.m.
Brad, just a little warning, dude. I'm going to tell you something. Ask JT Thomas. For about 6 months before we went to the temple, he thought, I don't know, I guess he thought I was old and couldn't keep up. So he challenged me, him and a couple other people.
They found out quick.
You can't drink me under the table. Excuse me? You what? He was like, yeah, no, you can't do this. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll buy them. I'll buy the shots. We'll do this. He's like, okay, you buy them and I'll drink you under the table. Okay. I got pictures of that little shit passed out at the bar.
Yep. I see.
The rest of us were singing.
Yeah.
And we all made it the next day to the temple. Mind you, albeit hungover, and I will not touch Fireball again, but we made it.
Yeah.
And he lost.
And some did show up later than others.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was the only one who didn't go. But that's
So,
that's
Moral of that story, Brad, challenge me. I promise you I'll do my best to win.
and she will win.
I can cheat a little bit.
Kind of hard to cheat at a drinking game, though.
That was, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Because this boy stood 7 foot and 400 pounds.
He's a big boy.
We weren't talking about that, Brad. Anything. I have no problem being competitive at all.
So anyway, that's basically what I've been up to these last couple of months. I actually started my accident memoir at the hospital. The day after I had my second surgery, I had my laptop with me. I brought it with me with the intent to start that first chapter in the hospital.
You just don't quit.
I don't.
No.
And I'm going to be honest, it gets tiring doing the same thing over and over and over.
Does.
So that's why I'm doing different things. That's why I'm doing games now. And that's why next month we're going to be doing a wrestling podcast.
That's why I find a different hobby about every year.
Yeah. So that's why
Right
I'm
now
doing
it's boxing.
Mm-hmm. And writing. So that I'm doing something different all the time now.
There you go.
Um,
Keeps life fun.
And I know I said that I was going to wait until January to come back. By the end of October, I
do
was
better.
on the beach. Yeah, end of
We all
October.
do better because if you had not, by I don't know, the middle of December, we would have all gave you all kinds of shit till you did.
Yeah. But there is a reason why I decided to come back today, because December 1st does have some meaning to me. December 1st, 2004 was when I shot my first perfect game in bowling. And I've got the tattoo right here. You may not be able to see it, but it says 12-1-04. That's where I shot my first 300 game. And also, 14 years ago today, I started working at my job. We started orientation on December 1st, 2008. So, for what it's worth, I thought, okay, show's on December 1st. Why not come back on that day?
There you go.
Yeah.
You've never been able to make it to the end when you said you were coming back.
Yeah.
You got too many people going, hey, what the hell's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong. Get your ass back here.
Well, Chrissy said that I'll be back in November. Well, Chrissy, I showed you. I came back December 1st, not November.
She was a day off. It's okay.
She was a day off, but end of October, I'm going to be honest, I was getting the itch. I wanted to come back, and I did come back very briefly on a special that Clarissa did for Halloween. And I was on for 20, 25 minutes, something like that. Just a one.
I don't think it was even that long.
I don't know. It was pretty brief.
Brad, as much as I love to give you shit, and as much as I will whip your ass before it's over, I love having you on.
So that's why I came back today. I was ready. Back then I wasn't, but now I'm ready. It's go time.
That's it. It's time to do it.
And now it really is go time, because we've been at this thing for almost 2.5 hours, and Adrian needs to go to bed.
And the old man, he don't feel good tonight.
No. Okay. So stay tuned for all the new shows that are going to be coming on. Like everybody says, I don't ever rest. I will forever go until the day I die. And probably not even then.
And yeah, no, not even close.
I'll be coming in and whispering to Adrian's ear, hey, let's go do this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Probably catch me on EVP.
If I go missing, it's you damn right, Brad. You damn right.
Yep.
We're going to go see some abandoned mining town here in Colorado.
Oh, and tomorrow night, I'm going on my first investigation since this surgery. We are going to be at Kosciuszko County Jail in Warsaw, Indiana.
You going to be able to go live or what?
We are.
Good.
Clarissa is heading this one up, and she's planning on going live. I think she said 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So that'll be 8 o'clock for you.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think she's only planning.
Make sure she sends me the link, or you send me the link.
Okay. I think she's only planning on doing it for an hour. I'm not sure.
That's okay. At least we'll get to see.
Yeah. So we will also have another things member, Michael, investigating with us tomorrow night. I don't know if he'll get on the live. He might. I don't know yet.
He's awesome too.
He is. He's a lot of fun.
I haven't met him in person, but I know he's great.
He's got some stories to tell you, that's for sure. One of my favorite stories from him is back when he was in the military over in Europe. I want to say Germany. Hey, it's Donald. I I was just advertising earlier about our new show that we're doing next month.
You mean he didn't get to hear me say nice things about him? Never mind. He's done.
Yeah. But Michael's got some stories to tell you, especially, I think it's Germany. He had a really freaky incident happening while he was in Germany. And
I didn't know he was in the military.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
He's a vet.
Wow.
Yep.
I need to get a hold of him because Zach's doing another 22-hour podcast for vets,
Okay.
for saving vets.
Okay. He's not online much, and he doesn't
Yeah, he's not.
he doesn't get on camera.
He doesn't
So-
have to.
Uh,
Is he the
No,
one that got us?
Michael was not there at Mansfield. He wanted to go, but he couldn't. He puts in 60, 70 hours a week. He's a driver.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah. So he's going to be with us tomorrow night. We'll try to get him on camera, but he's got this amazing story from his time in Germany that I've heard it probably 5 or 6 times already. And that story does not get old for me.
You know
Yeah.
what? Tomorrow I'm going to send you a story that I was told without knowing his
Okay.
that happened in Germany, and it was military. And I want to see if it's even close.
Okay. Works for me. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and sign off. Great to be back. And
Now you can't leave no more. You're done. There's no hiatus, no nothing. You're stuck. I don't give a shit if your face is completely mutilated. You're staying.
yeah, we'll see about that after I get the nose done. But hopefully I'll be able to come on as soon as I'm done with the eyes. I
Oh
shouldn't
yeah.
have to worry about any recovery from that one.
The
Nose,
main stuff hopefully is over.
the big stuff is done.
Yeah.
So I am on that downhill slide now.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
All right. Well, until next week, I don't know if we have a guest next week or not. But we
I
will.
can't remember. I'll have to look.
Yeah, but we will see what we can do for next week, and hopefully we'll have everybody on the show then.
Yep. Eileen, miss you. Take time to rest, girl. Even 9, you look like Eileen Jones. You still have what? Donald, be nice. Shit.
Even if you look like Eileen Jones, you still have to come on. Oh boy, you got to work on your time. Oh, that's Don. That's Don.
Brad. Oh my God. Okay. No, we got to cut this off before somebody gets murdered.
Even with a paper bag, I still got to have a hole for my nose, and that's the one I want to keep covered up.
I don't think that's who he's talking about.
Yeah,
Brad,
maybe not knowing Brad.
you are, if you come up missing, it could be any of us. Any of us. Well, I could be one, but there's about 4 others.
Well, only 2
All
of
right,
you
y'all.
got at odds with him because of coffee, but I'm not going into that one.
True. All right, y'all. Love you. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Yep. You guys all have a good night, and thanks for playing along.